Welcome, and thank you for joining us and spending part of your Saturday with all of us here at UCLA. My name is Gary Clark. I am the Director of Undergraduate Admission at UCLA. We have an extraordinary program planned for you over the course of the next week or so, and excited to kick things off with you this morning. Before we begin our session, as we traditionally do, we want to recognize and acknowledge, as a land-grant institution, the land that we occupy. We want to acknowledge the Gabrielino and Tongva people as the traditional land caretakers of Tavongar, which is the land that our campus occupies. As we kick things off, again, whether you're joining us from here in California, around the country, around the world, thank you for spending some time getting to know UCLA. This is exciting for us. We certainly wish we could be welcoming you all in campus, but we are going to do everything we can to bring that energy and bring that experience and all the things you may want and need to know about UCLA as you consider potentially applying to this institution. So to students, parents, family members, caretakers, counselors, whoever you are, thank you for taking the time to join us and get to know us over the course of the next several days. I am joined by a number of our students, and I think they are the people who live and breathe this place every day. And we want to give them an opportunity to really talk to you a bit and share their story and introduce you to UCLA before we begin with our formal program. So I'm going to invite Phoebe to come on screen and share some opening remarks, and be back with you shortly.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Phoebe Melikidse, and I'm currently a senior majoring in communication with a minor in education studies from Santa Clarita, California. I'm so glad to see that so many of you are considering UCLA, and I wanted to share my personal journey to UCLA with you. So I first applied to UCLA when I was a high school student. I was not accepted. I was crushed because I had always wanted to attend UCLA. UCLA had so much to offer, whether it be the academic prestige that would grant me the opportunity to learn from professors at the top of their fields, or the lively student body full of unique activities covering any hobby, field, or charitable cause that I could imagine. Additionally, UCLA's prime location makes it central to all of Los Angeles, which would serve as a hub for my future career prospects. And as a Southern California resident too, it would allow me to remain close to my family. Now, despite the initial setback, however, I was determined to find a way to be a student here eventually. Therefore, I chose to attend community college for the chance to apply to UCLA again, because I refused to settle for anything less than my dream school. Thankfully, I was accepted to UCLA as a transfer student, and I'm so happy to say that my experience here has not just met my expectations, but has exponentially exceeded them. And my advice to students considering applying to UCLA is to get involved. For me, getting involved in clubs and organizations has transformed my college experience. When I was in community college, I joined a few clubs, mostly to make some friends, but in the process, I selected a major I'm passionate about, I realized my career aspirations, and I learned invaluable leadership skills such as team building, organization, and public speaking, which have all helped me thrive at UCLA. So whether you are a student in high school or you are attending a community college, I strongly encourage you to take the time to explore new interests and engage with a variety of people, even if it puts you slightly outside your comfort zone, because you never know what amazing things you might discover in the process. Ultimately, I wholeheartedly believe that those experiences have the power to enhance your educational experience, particularly in the process of applying to UCLA. Lastly, I wanted to share with you a program at UCLA, which is the Student Transfer Outreach and Mentor Program, or STOMP for short. At STOMP, current UCLA students work with prospective transfer students from California community colleges to encourage transferring to the University of California. We'll be hosting the 23rd annual STOMP conference this spring to talk all about the transfer experience. So if you are a prospective transfer student, I hope to see you there. As you take the next steps in your academic journey, I encourage you to never lose faith in your own abilities, because each of you is capable of incredible things. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And up next, I would like to turn it over to Yoshi.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lucas Yoshida, but most people call me Yoshi. I'm originally from São Paulo, Brazil, and I'm currently a senior at UCLA studying business economics. Today, I would like to quickly share with you all why I chose UCLA for my college career. Of course, there are many reasons why I chose this amazing university, but I'll highlight the 4 most important ones that I considered while making my decision. The first point was culture. As an international student living outside Brazil for the first time, I was looking for a safe, collaborative, inclusive, and fun environment that would help me thrive. Therefore, before applying, I took some time to talk to UCLA students, faculty, and staff, and I was able to see how UCLA did have everything that I was looking for. The second reason why I chose UCLA was academics. Even though UCLA is a research institution, I knew I would get a lot of academic flexibility in my major. Fortunately, it turned out to be all true, as now that I'm finishing my journey at UCLA, I have explored many different areas, both inside and outside my major. Some of my favorite classes were game theory, acting fundamentals, real estate finance, and dinosaurs. However, more specifically, I would like to highlight one of my best academic experiences on campus. I absolutely loved taking Economics 173A and B, the UCLA Social Enterprise Academy. In this class, we applied our business and economic skills in a real-world setting by working with a nonprofit organization to help them create a new venture. We worked with a nonprofit organization for 2 quarters and had the opportunity to present our venture idea to industry experts and compete for a cash prize. Fortunately, by the end of the 2 quarters, my team and I were able to win $2,500 to help build our nonprofit's venture, a life skills academy. This was one of the most amazing opportunities I had in college as I developed my real-life business skills while creating tangible change in the community. This is something I would probably never be able to do in an academic scenario at another school, and it proved me the extremely high-quality education that I'm getting as a Bruin. Third of all, I would like to talk about size. As I always heard, you can always make a big school small, but you can never make a small school big. Therefore, what attracted me to UCLA were the hundreds of resources it had to offer and how there would be many people from different backgrounds on campus. And lastly, the fourth reason was location. I mean, it's Los Angeles, right? Great weather, amazing culture, lots of diversity, nice beaches, mountains, and many places to visit to make your college experience even better. So I hope these 4 reasons make you all understand why UCLA is a great university. Best of luck in the application process and go Bruins. And next, I'm going to turn it to Lauren.
Thank you, Yoshi, and hello, everyone. My name is Lauren Valles, and I'm a senior at UCLA studying political science, and I'm from San Bruno in Northern California. It's my honor to welcome you to UCLA alongside my fellow Bruins at today's open house event. I'm so excited for you to see all that UCLA has to offer. UCLA is an electric space filled with community, optimism, and Bruin spirit. Because UCLA is such a large university, many often assume that it's hard to find community here. But serving my community was actually the reason I decided to attend UCLA, and the community I found here is what has been integral to my success on campus and the career I hope to pursue following graduation next year. When I was in high school, everyone who went to UCLA was a world changer. Leaders of our volunteer service clubs, our valedictorian, and student body president are just a few examples of the folks who became Bruins. Simply put, I aspired to be like them. I saw how they had a deep motivation to serve their community and make the world a more inclusive, just, and equitable place. And I wanted to follow in their footsteps when deciding where to go to college. So when my best friend, the student body president I was just talking about, hosted me for Bruin Day in 2018, the choice was simple. I was meant to become a Bruin. Throughout my time at UCLA, I've had the pleasure of being a part of many clubs and organizations on campus. But the group where I found my true community was in our Office of the External Vice President, EVP, for the Undergraduate Students Associated Council, or USAC, our student government here at UCLA. While in EVP, I mobilized campaigns and lobbied elected officials at the local, state, and federal levels alongside motivated world changers who became my best friends because of our shared mission to create a quality, accessible, and affordable UCLA. We united to increase federal and state financial aid, expand affordable student housing options, and ensure adequate basic needs for students throughout the entire UC system during COVID-19, just to name a few of the causes we fought for. It's the community I found in advocacy in EVP that has empowered me to pursue roles in social impact, government, and policy following graduation. I'm so thankful to UCLA for being a place where I could find these friends in activism and be confident in my post-grad plans to be a world changer, like those who came before me. Thank you. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Gary Clark, Director of Undergraduate Admission at UCLA. Go Bruins!
Thanks so much, Lauren, and to all of our students. Really appreciate those words of welcome, and thanks again to you all for being here this morning. As my colleague Nick shared in the chat, we appreciate all the questions and enthusiasm. This session is really focused just on welcoming you and kicking off the program. We're going to have a number of sessions throughout the week, throughout today, actually starting right after the conclusion of this welcome session. Our sessions will begin. So a lot of those questions around admission, academic programs, residential life, student life are going to be covered not only today, but at the sessions that are happening Monday through Thursday this week. Those are starting at 5 o'clock Pacific time each day. We do have one session that's starting at 7 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday for our international students who are in very different time zones, obviously. But we would encourage you all to take advantage of those sessions. Keep asking those questions. That's what this program is here for. We really want to be sure that you get to know UCLA, that there isn't any question that you haven't posed or has gone unanswered. So take advantage of these. As I said, once this welcome session concludes, we're going to jump right into some sessions. So take advantage of those. You can find that on the Fall Open House website. I mentioned earlier that recordings of sessions will be available on the Fall Open House website beginning the week of October 4th. So if you miss anything or you can't get to one session, the recordings are going to be made available for you. And we encourage you to really explore the Fall Open House website. That's where you're going to see all of these sessions listed. There's a number of resources and great information available, including a digital care package, which is actually a lot of fun and gives you some great things to take advantage of and really show your enthusiasm for UCLA through some of these things that we provide to you in the digital care package. So with that, again, a sincere thank you for spending part of your Saturday with us. The sessions are going to begin immediately following the conclusion of this welcome session. So bring those questions with you, ask them at those sessions, take advantage of all that we have to offer at Fall Open House over the course of the next several days. And we look forward to seeing you in many of the sessions to come. So thanks, everybody. Thanks to our current students for speaking and welcoming this morning. We appreciate your support and enthusiasm as well. So go enjoy these sessions. Have a great Fall Open House and go Bruins.